أهلا وسهلا وكل عام وأنتم بخير. اليوم 18 من 3 ربيع الأول 1447 هجري، والموافق يوم الخميس ما شاء الله تبارك الله، وهي يوم 11 من 9 2025 ما شاء الله تبارك الله. It is a beautiful Thursday fasting day in the soul lifestyles of the new vision. I would call it. Let's call it the ru'ya. قد صدقت رؤياك يا إبراهيم. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, blessings to our mothers and our beautiful fathers, wherever they are. Your mother will always remain your mother, brothers and sisters. Your father will always remain your father, but your father has to go back to his mother. There's always, that is the law of nature. Everything goes back to the mother nature, you see. So your father will never be back with your mother. He has to return back to his mother, okay? And your mother, she has to go back to her mother. And you have to go back to your mother. So do I have to go back to my mother. This is the nature of Allah. The easier you are comfortable with that paradigm, the more synchronized you are with your mother nature, the more you know who you are, okay? It is Thursday, Yom al-Khamis. It is the 5th day. It is around the 18th of Rabiul Awwal, 1447. And it is Khadat an Fanan, dear brothers and sisters. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Fanan Khanus, we're going to celebrate the birthday, the 58th birthday of our great mother and our star Hajja Sharia, mashallah. Something I'm looking forward to today, mashallah. Ninth, it is the 9/11 portal, obviously, as you know, and we are into the final 10 days again of Rabiul Awwal. We are doing tonight, the journey is not forward, it's inward. So most of you and I, we've only studied life from the external, okay? We have no idea how to convert the life that we knew since before COVID, and now that it is 6 years after COVID, how do we become compatible to this new intuition, this new psychology, people? Okay, now let me just explain to you as per the Quran, and as per the Quran explains to you the psychological and natural laws that governs the planet and how to adhere to her seasons and the alteration of the conscious realms. Okay, nothing, as we always say, nothing remains the same. The truth of yesterday is the lie of today. Okay, so because we are catering for a new age in the digital format of psychology, of neurology, okay, there is a dark side to it and there is a light side to it, okay? There's a day and a night to the reality, to the conscious world that you and I and our next 7 generations are steering themselves into, okay? Thanks to the parents that offered the children that was coming in free Wi-Fi at the age of 1 month old, okay? You are 99% to be blamed for this, people. You are accountable for it. You must take responsibility for it. Don't make as if you were not part of the crimes here. Okay, that is one of the denial spells that you are paying, and we are paying for our sins here. Okay, now, mashallah, tabarakallah. So, what the transition and the transition is that has taken place here is that whomsoever did not grow, whomsoever did not, was not able to come in, okay, to do the journey inwards, They had to be stuck on the old record, people. You had to use your past way of thinking of life, of how you saw the physical world, and you were barred from entering into the new advent of a reality, of a psychology, of a a new projection and trajectory of how you see yourself, your family, your mother, your father, the next 7 generations that comes through you, like the 7 cows that Nabi Yusuf interpreted. That was your people. That was you. You all are part of that. But unfortunately, you are following dead gods and dead prophets and dead stuff. So obviously, God is not going to give you the privilege of going in, people, because you denied the signs of Allah. We denied the signs of Allah. Okay, you are me and I am you, people. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? Okay, you are now coming to light in terms of the psychology of the past that you read about prophecies, you read about history. You never witnessed anything and anything, you just believed it. Just listen to this, okay? For those of us that has been given the upgrade in the psychology, those of us that has awoken in the prison, people, those of us that got a discharge yani, on time, okay, we can see the game here. We can see how you are stuck in that paradigm and you are not given the right of yani, transition. You're not given the right to get to the next stage. You not get given the right to live. You are given the right to remain in that past understanding and remain in the dark age, in the ignorant age. Now, what you read about the Ayyam al-Jahiliyyah, the time before the prophecies, that is you. People, believe you what I'm telling you today. That is how you believed the idolatry you were fighting, the idols that you claim was in the Kaaba. It was you, it was us. It's us, people. It's the level of psychology and the level of how deep we were asleep in the last 100 years, like the people of the cave. Okay? Our psychology thought that it was the Quraysh and it was something far away. People, nothing is happening on the outside, man. It is how you have been moduled, how you have been mutated in understanding that is someone else, but it's actually you. It's me and you that we were reading about the fighting the prophet and wanting to kill the prophet, and that is us as a civilization. It's all in the unseen, man. It's all about you having to have read through the read between the ribs to find the rob. Okay, not the rabbi. Find your rob. Okay, don't use someone else's rob. So when you cannot come inside, then you cannot read the game from where it is originally, authentically unfolding. The world is the reality, the actual happenings that is being narrated to you in the Quran is happening inside of you, inside of your higher conscious, okay, inside where the reality never closes up. But you have to have the electricity paid up for inside, people. Julle moet julle bills gebetaal het daar binne in order om te sien die lig waar julle moet gewys het. Okay? It's not religion now, guys. This has got nothing to do with religion. Religion has thrown you into hell at this moment in your lives in terms of your manifestations and your understanding. We know, people. We know. We understand the Quran. We understand the Bible. We understand the Torah and the Injil. We've made, wallahi, we've lived the life. Okay? We are only cautioning you because this is our moral duty as soul people. Okay? But as far as our family, our children, our next 7 generations, we have to secure them because we know that you are entering the next Advent. The current Advent is going into a fully blown shirk. maatskappy, julle is besig, ons is besig met fully blown maatskappy raak wat ons is. Okay, daar is jou God daar, so julle baklei met iets wat nie waar is nie. Okay, it's all inside of your minds. Your problem, your diseases is all inside of you. Okay, you've come to accept and believe who you were by your adversary because you did not want to do the cleaning, yani laundry. Okay, you had to clear your so moet skoon gemaak het daar waar daar vuil gewees het, daar waar daar najis gewees het, daar waar daar is gewees het, things that was yani repetitive, there was addictive patterns, where you couldn't yani not get enough, you had to stop all that yani immoral yani acts, call it whatever you want to call it at this moment in time, in order to get inwards, because inwards is going upwards. Okay, death, if you understand death as you are already in that state of death, as you are yani you as a civilization must come to terms of what your level of yani ability or how do you read life. Yani, you see, Allah makes you understand. You don't make yourself understand. I can tell you as much as I want to, but the understanding comes from Allah. Now, why you ask yourself, why does Allah not want to give you understanding? Why doesn't He want to put the north and the south together? Why doesn't He want to put the negative and the positive so that it can and ignite a spark inside? Okay? Because the only reality that you need to embrace for yourself, where you are questionable, where you are answerable, is the reality that exists in your psychology, in where you think is in your kop. Okay? That is the only place where Akhirah and where Jannah and Jahannam is reside. Okay, people? It doesn't reside outside. You have just been conned. Yani for 100 years of your life through the Hollywood spells, okay? It's your psychology. It's how you've become yani, in stone. You have become consolidated in a reality. And in 2020, that reality was flawed, people. That gods, that economies, that political scenarios, everything. That's why you got the GNU and you've got this all this Trump issues and the Arabs that is fleeing to Abu Dhabi where the new Kaaba is. You are just not reading your books, man. You are not reading the system. You're not reading the game. And for people that are thinking that they are alive, your children has already been given yani, the affirmation that most of the past civilization did not make it in. You didn't make it in. You don't understand what the world is. You don't understand what this next stage of the evolution of conscious is. Okay? For a child to see his parents barred from the new reality is not easy, people. It's not easy. Okay? Because their parents didn't want to learn to empower themselves. They did not want to face up to their decadency. Okay? So that's why they couldn't come inside. When you are then, you first have to be outside, yani, to learn the lessons outside, to take in the influences, okay, to be shaped and to be carved out and to be tried to be manipulated. And then when you are yani, at the new miqat, like you were in COVID time, that was your miqat as a civilization, people. Okay? You only live in your minds. Julle is net mense wat gevaarlik dom geword het as far as what the evolution of life is. That's just what we have to say to you at this moment in time, because daar's niks ander woorde vir donkies yani wat boeke dra op hulle rugte nie. Ek dink hulle is slim. Yani, that is where AI has come into your lives. That's why AI is now going to take over every job in the world because of how you show your children how to live life. Just yani, copy and paste and sien wat die ander ene doen en bly net in die yani, confined spaces. Yani, it was a catastrophe. guys. It was a catastrophe. Yani. Your children is bearing witness where their parents is. Yani, see, look at it, Sivarus. This is in real time, guys. There's got nothing now. When it comes to the age where your children stand, that's their qiyam. And you cannot stand people. Yani, it's there where you are because qiyam, there is no relationship between parents and children, yani mothers and fathers. That's not sustaining. You taught your children qiyamah, toe wat qiyamah kom, toe kry hulle qiyamah, toe val julle in die Jahannam. Hoe weet hy? Why did Allah not give you that upgrade? Why did He give it to the children? Because it wasn't the children's problem. It was your problem. You had deliberately not wanted to upgrade yourself. So Allah had to save the new generations. Okay, they had to be given a amnesty in the process. Okay, and now those who are from the soul tribes, from the original authentic tribes that has come from the mothership, I'll call it, the mother nature. Daar wat ons vanaf originally kom, nie Malaysian, nie Saudi Arabia, nie Egypt. All those things are going to have to go, people. You know what? You brought foreign beliefs, foreign gods, things that your new generation is going to refute because they have awoken to understand that the narration that we will now be transmitting into the psychology is that those were the people that were believing in stone gods. They were believing that the God made them less special as what He made those who claim that they were the custodians of His house. Okay? That was the apartheid in your lives, people. Your religious beliefs brought you to the apartheid. Okay? That's why you hate Jews. But you don't know who are the real Jews. You think you know who are the Jews. The people that made you believe in the false God, they are the Jews. But you don't know because you don't read your book. Okay? People, you know what? The religions that you've been teaching your children are branding, man. You're just branding them with something which you yourself have no idea because you don't understand the Quran. How do you teach something to your children but you yourself have no idea what it is? Daar is mos nou donkerte wat julle self ingesit het, okay? So het julle gedink dat die God gaan vir julle aflos like all the time, jy net agterna vir julle laat wakker skrik? Ja nee, en dan vir julle sê, okay, this is it now? No guys, you had to read your scrolls here. You had to come inside like where your children are now. They're reading the scrolls. They're talking the talk. They are speaking the language of the new age, of the new earth. They speak in the language of what you call Jannah. They speak that language, man. They understand what it means to be eternal. They know they are not physical. Now their parents are still stuck in that cosmetic house, searching for and preying on the guilt because of the sins that they have inflicted on their conscience. Okay? They are, you're not speaking of a religion here, you're speaking of the entire civilization, why their parents, why Allah has destroyed the last philosophy and psychology and level of perception. If you did not go in, it means that the shirk kept you outside. That's it. You're not going to see the light if there's darkness, people. Okay, you are currently, as a civilization, in psychology, you are still fighting the dark with the dark. Okay, as dog eat dog where you are living. Right? There's no religion there. You need false gods. Okay, where you are currently. That is what you are living in. It's fully blown shirk. Call it whatever you want to. It's just how the truth is manifested on that level. Okay. what the adversary, the children of Yaqub, will do now is they will now they will now refinance the religions that is prompted from the Middle East after they already sunken you into the blood ritual of child sacrifice, where your bionic eyes has already been, and the senses has been given a new reflection, a blue light. Okay, we understand what happens inside your head. We know how it is patterned, man. We don't learn this from the white man or the black man. It is how our ancestors gave us this knowledge, the secrets. Okay? We understand Akhirah. You don't understand Akhirah. You must die for you to come into Akhirah. Dan is die sat. Wat gaan sy doen as sy sat is? Sy gaan terugkom because sy het nie gedoen jou weekie because sy het verkeerd geglo. Okay? Now, most of you are in a very redundant space, and what is sad about the situation is that you don't want to improve yourselves. You still want to fight the real Yani. He's most high, Allah. You're still fighting with him. You're still following the adversary. You're still believing in that which that bionic TV is telling you. Your eyes is lying through the glass, man. We've become so infatuated in a bionic world that became the new truth, man. That's was die waarheid. If I showed you 20 years ago or 30 years ago, I'm going to pay you with my phone, 100,000, dan gaan jy sê, gee my geld. Vandag accept jy het nie soos geld, because die so diep ons gegaan het in donkerte, broers. Nou, julle het julle kinders gewys, hy self die donkerte en gesê is die waarheid. Nou, wat doen 'n God met mense soos ons? Sê julle vir ons. Wat doen hy met julle met my? Laat hy vir ons off the hook and say, okay man, shame man, hulle was man. No guys, man, you know what? It's just, you don't understand life. You don't understand why you came. You don't understand that you have to come back again to hell if you don't escape this time alive from this Alcatraz, okay? Ons kan maar whatever religions doen. Ons kan maar call vir hulle whatever. La nufarriqu bayna ahadin min rusuli. Don't make division between prophets, guys. Julle het gaan maak apartheid. Julle het gemaak van Nabi Muhammad groot as Nabi Isa is groot as Nabi Musa. Who told you to bring division? In the world of consciousness, no division, we are all one. Now, that is the fight that you put yourself into when you were caught outside. Okay? That's why you were barred from coming inside. Now, you need to understand your conscience, because already your children has a confirmation or the next generation het hulle confirmation that julle gaan terugkom. The last civilization, it goes into a perpetual loop now, because you was fighting a war outside. Now you come back to be the adversary who you were against. That's how the system works. That's why a religion will always be for those who are in Jahannam, because we feel that concept of that gods that is fighting each other in hell. Okay, that was what Muhammad came at the end of a cycle to extract those who woke up and bring them out, because he only comes at a given time. That's what we call the Hajj. Okay. So he comes at that time, extracts that civilization, or extracts those who has matured, die wat ryp geword het. In his conjure, he's not physical people, it's psychological. Okay, it is your level of maturity of your soul. It's how you have completed your past umras. Umras is how many times, how many laps you've come in. فَمَنْ تَمَتَّعَ بِالْأُمْرَةِ إِلَى الْحَجِّ فَمَسْتَيْسَرَ مِنَ الْحَجِّ. Now it is physiological, it is metaphorical, okay? Right? It is now in a different allegory that you have to read the past Advent and use the dates of Hudaybiyah. Now it is now just a number that you have to look at and measure and take your temperature as to understand who deep is in shirk, man. Who deep is in Jahannam? Who deep is in your unconscious form of where you're supposed to have been. Now no one is telling you these things, but you think you are safe. Nou, wat 'n groot, massive, attack, heart attack kry jy as hy, as die malaika kom en sê vir hom, kyk eens wat jy gedink het is reg is verkeerd. Because you didn't wake up. So hy neem vir jou terug daar, because hoe gaan hy nou neem 'n dooie mens Jannah toe? Hy moet eers wakker skrik voor hy Jannah toe gaan, broers. The psychology, Jannah is the psychology, is how you realize that your physicality, the time that you spend in Jahannam here in earth, how you build out of that reality, how you thought you're going to extract a Jannah in Jahannam. Dit is hoe jy moet eers skoon maak voor jy kan gerelease word, and it's only Allah that gives you that release papers in this realm where we are now. You can only speak about it like we can speak about it if you experience it. You can't speak about it because you're ready, dit het gehoor, dit het gestudy. That doesn't hold any essence in this time that you are currently. Julle moet nou by nou al volwassen gewees het al. Julle moet al nou hy water uit julle ore uit gegooi het al en hy groenigheid al afgewas het al en julle moet al gesien het die hele movie vir wat dit is. Because julle het nie gekom hier vir julle self nie. Julle het hier gekom vir julle kinders, and you are ambassadors of your forefathers and your ancestors. So like you must take cognizance, you must take regtig julle moet vat raad van waar julle is, broers and sisters, because it's not that we want to give you judgment. We are part of it. Ons remind met mekaar hierso, guys. Ons kan nie mekaar like judge hierso nie, because ons almal is in dieselfde boot hier. Ons is hier om te help ons kinders, broers. That is most important, dat ons moeders vir ons gaan weer allow om terug huis toe kom. Because as ons kinders nie gaan maak het nie, en as hulle nie gaan lekker nice vir ons nie, dan gaan ons nie terug huis toe kom nie, net ons kinders gaan huis toe, broers. Verstaan julle nie hoe die system werk nie? It's all straightforward, it's clear as the day, people. Okay? Now we're living in that time. We can see it. We know what's happening with Allah's Qudra. And ons kan sien, broers, die boot is besig om vinnig te sink. And subhanallah, it's just that it is our moral duty to bring the truth to the physical world. We have to oralize it. That's our moral conscious duty. We don't want to say these things in other areas because we say it inside our house, in my space. I have the right to say it in my space. Outside, you can't change Jahannam, people. Jahannam, you have to leave Jahannam and find your sovereign space so that you can exit, because you and I were living in the Jahiliyyah time. We were busy with idolatry. We were busy with false gods. I'm the first to accept it. Okay. And if I say I'm the first to accept that, it's because I understand psychology, people. I understand Islam. I understand the Quran. I understand these things, okay? We can't compare, because what we done it with the reason for wanting to find salvation ourselves and our next generations, okay? And now that we are on that dispatch, wallahi, we have to come to terms with that. Those in Jahannam will be more than those in Jannah. Those in Jahannam are living in Jahannam in unconscious realms because of their denial. Hulle kan nie to terms kom dat hulle kan nie inkom nie. Hulle was gebaar van entry, okay? Hulle kan maar nog gesê la ilaha illallah, Jesus is Allah. The problem is you put your beliefs in an enlightened man which you don't know. How can you put it in the enlightened person? You must put it in Allah. That's where you have to put your processing of your trust. Okay? MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Anyway, sal weer aan tyd nou, sal weer tyd om te gaan gadat inshallah. Enjoy your evenings, guys, and see you at 8 for the Khadat of Hajj Sharia, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum. Shukran for your patience and enjoy the barakat of Laylatul Jummah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا مصطفى كل شيء لله يا نورا من نور الله يا مصطفى